Hi guys, it's your girl Teacher Pernethyia, and I'm here today to let you know what it takes to be a part of 3 different companies: Instacart, DoorDash, and Waitr. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Stay tuned. Alright, so like I said, right now my husband and I are doing our debt-free run. We're using that gazelle intensity that Dave Ramsey talks about all the time. And with that gazelle intensity, it took 3 extra companies to help me bring in some more income for my family to put towards our debt. So of course you guys know I'm working for VIP Kid. That money goes to paying bills. But we also needed more money to continue to do this debt-free run. So like I said, I now work for Instacart, Waitr, and DoorDash. And I'm here today to update you guys, a 1-week update on how everything is going so far. So I started Instacart. My first shift was not last Thursday, but the Thursday before from today. And today is the 24th. Instacart was amazing. Now my first shift with Instacart was horrible. That's the ugly. It was ugly because it was my first time shopping. I did it on a whim, totally kind of unprepared in terms of what to expect. But I had watched a number of YouTube videos, so I kind of had it under my belt on what to do. When I got in the store, everything went smoothly as far as buying and shopping. Of course, I easily learned how to navigate the app and talk to the customer if something was out, or refunded, or replaced it, or whatever. Yada, yada, yada. That's another video for another day. But after talking to the customer, I had 2 customers in that one batch. When I got to the register, it would not let me proceed to checkout. Reason being is because I needed to prove that I had shopping bags. Of course, I had shopping bags at that point, but since the coronavirus was going on, the wait time was 59 minutes long to talk to someone in the chat room, to get them to help me by approving my bags through the chat room. 59 minutes. I didn't have 59 minutes. My customers needed their stuff. Just so happens one customer, everything was totally out for their order, so their order was completely canceled. And then the second order, I had about maybe 10 things in cart for them. And it took me a little while to figure out, okay, I can bypass this, bypass that, and move on. So once my 59 minutes were up, which was about the time I arrived home and finished my shift that I decided would be the end of my shift, I went ahead and was contacted by the lady in the chat. She and I had such a long discussion. She was very sweet, very understanding, and all of my questions and helped me out. After that experience, I was able to take a picture of my shopping bags that I had. They have to be lined with this metallic silver material, showing that they're insulated. They can zip completely around, and that they're heavy-duty, large-size bags. So they were approved. Thankfully, right there in the car on our way home, my bags were approved, and everything went smoothly after that. So after that, I've had several orders since then, and everything has been amazing with Instacart. You can make anywhere from, the least I've seen is like $9 so far. I've seen $35 traveling across the southern coast this past weekend. So with all those different changes, Instacart, for me, the pro is bringing in the most money. The con is having to deal with the chat if you have any issues during the coronavirus. It's just ridiculous. But other than that, I love it. Second, I work for Waitr. Waitr is in New Orleans, founded, which gives you a little idea of where my location possibly is. They have locations, well, I should say driver availability across the southern states, as I know of right now at this moment. So with Waitr, you have 2 apps that you use most frequently, and then there's an additional one which I haven't really acted on yet. So I have to figure that one out. But Waitr it's the actual driver app, and then there's a Humanity app. Humanity app is where you put your schedule in and decide what hours you want to work, or hours you want to pick up from somebody else that can't work their hours. And then the actual driver app is where you start driving to show that you clocked in and that you're ready to take on orders. With Waitr, I've noticed that the orders can vary anywhere from $2 and they can go up into the 20s. So far, I've accepted pretty much everything just to kind of test out the water, show them that I'm available, present, ready. And I've also noticed that one of the pros is when you're clocked in, you get so many orders back to back. And now that everybody's staying home, sometimes it can be really, really busy. So you have to kind of pay attention to what orders are worth taking and which ones are not. So right now, I'm just testing the water. So I took the $2 order to see what happened, how it would be if it was worth it. And I've also taken a couple of like $8, $10 orders just to get the feeling experience and to drive across town and all this kind of stuff to see what it actually is all about. So pros for Waitr, the money that you make compared to Instacart, things can change and vary based on availability of the product. But with Waitr, the dollar amount you see is the dollar amount you get, and then you can still get tips. The con to Waitr is you cannot see how much you've made completely until the end. Matter of fact, until the next day. It's pretty much like a 24-hour period. So once that day ends, then you'll see your earnings at the start of the next day. Because you can wake up at midnight if you want to see your earnings. I'm not, but it's there. And the only other con is the wait time in between when they're not busy, which you, as an independent contractor, which I am, you can still continue to show that you're on shift, clock out of your regular shift, and still stay in the driving status. And then it feels like you get leftover orders because the orders that other people are receiving that are on clock or clocked in, they get the abundance. And then if they can't fill the order, it looks like it comes to the person that's kind of just freelancing it. So I noticed that. So that would pretty much be my pros and my cons for those. And other than that, waiting on the order, Waitr seems to have attracted a lot of I can't even say big name restaurants like Copeland's or Zia's or places like that, but they seem either the mom and pops or the extremely large popular restaurants seem to be where I waited the most so far with Waitr. So I've done Waitr twice already, and then I think that would be my only con right now is just realizing how far out the customer is from the restaurant, if it's worth it for the dollar amount, and then waiting once you physically get to the restaurant. So I'm kind of starting to realize, okay, what restaurants are worth picking and choosing and waiting versus continuing to just have that back-to-back availability for myself in terms of dropping off the order and picking up the next one. Then last is DoorDash. DoorDash, today was my first day using DoorDash. I was a DoorDash customer first, and now I'm a DoorDash driver. So my accounts kind of merged themselves together accidentally. So I had to go in and do a lot of troubleshooting and change a lot of passwords. And I actually had to wait 24 hours. So if you run into a password issue and no one's available to help you, wait 24 hours. Change your password and just wait. Don't play with it. Don't try to log back in if it keeps telling you, any type of error message. Just wait. So I waited, and the next day I was able to log in, which was today, and it was perfect timing because I was able to work DoorDash as well. So today with DoorDash, I noticed while I had DoorDash and Waitr going at the same time, I would not suggest this to anybody. I guess I would not suggest this to anyone new. Technically I am still new, but I'm very efficient with my time, and I wanted to see if I could juggle both in the same time frame. So I started my Waitr shift at about 11, and my shift was from 11 to 1:30, and I did the same thing with DoorDash. It was from 11 to 1:30 or 11:30 to 1:30, something like that. So for today, it looked as if when Waitr didn't have orders, DoorDash did. So I found myself meeting in the middle with both, and I missed like 1 or 2 orders from Waitr because I was filling another order for DoorDash. DoorDash, one of the pros is it comes with its own hot bag or hot cold bag, whatever you want to call it. And it's a pretty decent size. It's in between the medium, large, round for a hot cold bag. So it held some decent items in the inside. So I really like that. It also came with a credit card that I guess if the customer needs you to pay on the spot or something like that, you can pay for the item using the credit card. So I did like already having a bag. Waitr doesn't give you anything. Waitr does not give you anything. You have to buy the shirt. You have to buy your own bag, stuff like that. Instacart gives you the lanyard to identify yourself. I really, really wish they would give out like a little cheap t-shirt. I really do. It just would make you feel more included. Which explains why I have my black shirt today. This is for me doing Waitr officially today. But I'm planning on getting my shirt. So I get an Instacart shirt, a DoorDash shirt, and a Waitr shirt, and just, when I'm working one, put it on. But other than that, with DoorDash, you can see the amount of money you're making right on the screen, which I love. Which is a pro. And then the map is constantly moving to show you where the hotspots are. So you can literally drive your car to the hotspot. So those are the pros. The cons. Did I have any cons? I really didn't have any cons. The cost or amount that I would the amount that I made from each DoorDash order was pretty worth it to me. It was about $8 for some of them, $9 for some of them, and then I got a tip at the end. The lady gave me like a $6 tip on top of her order. So I don't think right now I don't have any cons with DoorDash. I actually like DoorDash. I do, yeah. So that's my pros, my cons, the uglies. Pretty much there are very few uglies. I mean, it's only been like maybe a week and maybe 2 weeks with Instacart, and I still have a lot more to do, but I just wanted to share that with you guys in brief. Like, I'm going to actually do a total of everything that I've made, and I will post it down here. You'll see the total amount that I've made from the start with Instacart and all of the money that I've made with all three companies all together. And just like, I'm sitting on my legs, y'all gotta keep me. So with Instacart, another pro is you do get to see how much you make as it happens. So not in real time. It has like maybe a 20-ish minute delay. So by the time you finish another order with Instacart, you are able to see what comes up. And then there, in your profile, it kind of breaks down everything. You get to see your tips. You get to see if your tips changed a bit because the product was out or you had to do a refund and stuff like that. You get to see that. Or if the customer increased your tip or anything like that, you can see that in your profile. But Waitr, like I said, a con is having to wait to see how much you've actually earned. So if you're not tracking it, you have no clue. Like today, I was just testing the waters and was not tracking what I was doing, what I was feeling. I was just accepting. Just wanted to see how it worked. With DoorDash, like I said, you can actually see what you're earning at the time you're earning it in real time once it's complete, and keep pushing, keep rolling. So I'm going to do a total and let you guys know how much I made in this short time and actually date it and everything so you can see. But that's my good, that's my bad, that's my ugly. And I'm really hoping that through this week, and now that there's promise to the end of the tunnel with the coronavirus, things will pick up and be more normal again. And also I want to throw this in there. With the coronavirus going on, and a lot of us are practicing social distancing, and we're actually being a little more efficient with our cleaning routines and things like that, keeping our hands and not touching our face and all those things. I want to applaud these companies, Instacart, Waitr, DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, all of those places, because I don't know if they've realized it or not, but they're doing a lot for the community. I serve out of the maybe 10 or 12 Instacart orders that I have filled. About 8 of them have been the elderly. And then a lot of the elderly may be so sad to see that they live on the second and third floors of their apartments or in their community. So very few of them live on a lower level where it's easy to reach them or easy for them to access their vehicles and stuff like that. So I want to just applaud these companies for whoever thought to say, let's take this and do it. Because remember, back in the day, kids would ride on their bikes, get the grocery list for the elderly, go to the store, come back, and they make their little money. And now they've turned these into several different businesses across the country. So I'm glad to be a part of it. Like, I could not have chosen a better time to be able to give back, even if it's small, unnoticeable, nobody really knows I'm doing it, nobody knows who I am, but it really gave me an opportunity to give back. And I also want to point out, my daughter was able to go with me on one of my orders, and she was like, Mom, this is so amazing to be able to shop for groceries for other people. Like, we're helping somebody else. And I'm like, that's the lesson that you want your children to have. You want your children to feel good about helping others and acknowledge the fact that, wow, helping other people is the right thing to do. And I'm glad that this virus is bringing people together and allowing people to to be their best selves while we're going through it. Well, I just wanted to throw that in there, that little nitpick. And I love you guys. I thank you for watching my channel and just being a part of the process and the progress with me and my husband and our family as we do our debt-free run and all the things that we're getting into and about to start up. I can't wait to share them with you all. So just stay tuned, keep following me, stay close, because I love you guys so much. All right, thank you, and I will see you. And remember to like, comment, subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys next time. All right, bye.